So guys, PANORAMAXX, yeah, a new screen with some amazing features. We're just gonna get it out of the box here. So when we get it out, it'll be that much smaller, I hope, but it's deep enough. Okay. Welding screens and the story behind them, yeah? So if I take you back a little while in time, and we'll get to this one, and if you want to jump ahead, by all means jump ahead, yeah? But yeah, I've got a couple of my screens lined up and a little backstory, yeah? A little backstory, guys. So here's the oldest screen that I own, okay? And this screen has been with me since the mid-80s, okay? Yeah, the mid-80s. I was known then as Chipper Joe, okay? I lived in London. I worked in the tunnels, tower blocks, steel erection, skyscrapers, you name it. I've been up and down under. And this is how basic a screen was back in the day, okay? You had your dark glass and your clear glass, and that was it, yeah? Squeeze these, take them out, you know. And this was, and all of it was glass, right? You can see the headband was kind of primitive. But in the 70s, the mid-70s onwards and the late 70s, you didn't even have a headband, okay? You didn't have a headband. You had, you know, you had a handle. Some of the older guys would know that. And the thing there was, when you had, your left hand was always in use, okay? You had to hold your screen up to your face. So therefore, you didn't have the comfort of two hands. So when the headband came in, I think around the late 70s this was introduced, 1980, 79, 80. That's when the headband came in, yeah? And I mean, instantly it gave you two hands. Now you could hold stuff that you were going to tack together. Before that, right, and we're talking stick welding, right? There was no MIG around in the 80s. Right? Not that I knew of anyway, and not in my environment. There was no MIG, okay? So it was all stick welding back in the day. And it was handheld, you know, and you had this big long stick, you know, the rod, the welding rod, etc. Super strong muscles, you know, and that's pretty much, you know, I think helped welders as well back in the day, you know. You had to be, you know, you had to be strong. You know, and if you're at it when you're young and you build up all these muscles that take care of that kind of work, you know, it's true, you know. So that was it back in the day. That was the 80s, yeah. London, done a lot of work with this shield in London, yeah. A lot of steel work, steel erection, like I say, tunnels, etc. So moving from the 80s, okay, we went on to the 90s, and there was considerable improvements in the 90s, okay? So this is probably, a lot of you guys will know these screens, speed glass, M3 speed glass. These were the dog's nuts, okay? And I would have got this screen and it wasn't out very long, and it's electronic. So when you actually look through the screen, it was auto darkening. It was just a complete different world altogether coming away from something like this, yeah? It was just a different world. Now, at this particular time, I had come away from site work, okay? So I wasn't out on site. I had gone indoors into manufacturing. Yeah, manufacturing, yeah? And this screen has lasted me pretty much up until about 3 years ago, right? 3 or 4 years ago, and it's kind of got a crack here on the side. It's got a plastic clear glass on the outside, but on the inside, the unit, or the light unit on the inside, has a little crack. You might be able to see that. So it's got a scar. So the Speedglass is a really reputable helmet. Yeah, this was a light helmet as well, you know, because when you're wearing this, you know, all day long, you know, neck and everything else, you have fatigue and muscle ache and neck ache, you know, you can do, you know, so to be comfortable. Now the headband came leaps and bounds as well with the comfort, and just, you know, I think they make some of the best headbands on the market, yeah, as regards just, you know, the rigidity of it. And when you flick this screen up, when you have this screen on and you're wearing this screen, guys, and you lift this screen up, this screen is up until you want it down again, you know, so there's no issues there. It's an all-round, you know, Speedglass is a lovely screen. Production welding, ideal, yeah, or TIG work or anything like that. It was just, yeah, I was indoors, and this is company issue, you know. They would issue you with whatever, you know, gear they were issuing. So that was issue. That was a really expensive screen back in the day. I would imagine it was, I think it was about £350 sterling in 1990. I'm going to say 1992. 92, about 1992. So you can do the maths, yeah. Around that time also, I worked for an American company, and they went with Needleman, yeah. So, you know, this is a heavy duty weld set. Now you could change your, you know, your shade on the outside of the helmet. This one went from 8, 13. So, you know, it covered. I've welded 400 amps, over 400 amps with a water cooled set, you know, all day long with this screen. Night shift. The internals has gone out of it. It wouldn't be as good. I can, you know, it wouldn't be as good as the Speedglass as regards staying up when you put it up, okay? It's just one of these, you know, situations. A great screen. I also had the air pack. I have the air pack with that one. The headband is up on the shelf. Yeah, let's try and put it back together and put all these away on. So I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, you have your air line from there, comes up to the back of the helmet, onto the back of your headband. That's all up on the shelf. This was again in the 90s, yeah. Super helmet, heavy duty, yeah. So lots of Caterpillar stuff there, rams, hydraulic rams, and etc. Stuff like that, all kinds, yeah. Lots of hydraulic rams, and that was with like the company that makes the buffers for SNCF trains in France. So then, so this lasted me up until about 4 years ago, guys. Mostly production welding, you know, and then that brings us out of the 90s and onto the noughties. And we call the noughties. It's in 00, yeah. So I would have had this set up then. I came back out on site, so you can see it's got the hard hat, yeah. Weighs a ton, guys, you know. So yeah, you flick up for welding, and again, this screen, you know, you can like 400 amps all day long. It doesn't matter. This was mostly, again, this is site work, so it was outside, you know, on site, yeah. Steel erection, maintenance, you know. So that's that screen. Some good memories. And then about 3 years ago, guys, I decided to buy myself a weld set, or a new screen. Okay, and this wouldn't be a really expensive screen. It has a grind button there, so you would grind 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's your shades. Inside you had your sensitivity and your delay, yeah. And it doesn't work. I'm having problems with it for a while now. Okay, so I kind of gave up on it very recently. As a screen, it hasn't really lasted at all, and it has been used the least. Okay, I have had not, you know, when you're talking restoration or body work and stuff like that, that is certainly not abusing a screen, unless it's all the on and off, because as you know, we do a lot of tacking. It's just tacking, really, putting down spots. It has the big screen here, yeah, to recharge, right? So there should be no issues with it, but it's not darkening, so there's an issue with that. So with that, I had the contents of this bag. Now this is for you can see that, right, which is a beautiful little screen, and it's all rubber around here, so it seals with your face. This is ideal for getting into small areas, yeah. I'm gonna have to plug you in, guys. So that's ideal, you know, for small areas, so in under the wheel arches, etc., right? There's a hold, a sensitivity, a shade up to 13, from 5 to 13, and an on and off and a battery test, yeah. So that's my latest little screen, and I've been kind of using that. You will have seen it in the videos. You also get you know, for your optics, you can get your lenses put in there, and that fits inside there. I'll put a link to this if any of you guys are interested in it. So I've been using that, and I think that brings us up nicely now to our latest screen, which is the PANORAMAXX. So here we have the PANORAMAXX. Maximize your horizon. This is a box opening of our latest screen, yeah. So shade levels 5 to 12, Shadetronic, automatical, shade technology, light state 2.5, panoramic view, fade tronic, grind mode, true color view. That's a big one, guys, to have true color in your view as you look out. Rechargeable Li power pack, yeah, and it's this one here. So it's the CL, sorry, that was the 2.5. I beg your pardon. I just seen this little X on here now. Okay, so hey, no waste, it's free info. Shade levels 4 to 12. So the PANORAMAXX 2.5 is 5 to 12 shade levels. Shade level 4 to 12, Shadetronic automatical. Okay, so you can put it on automatic, and your shade will, as soon as you arc, it will decide automatically what shade you need to be on. And also, from my understanding, you can actually adjust that then. You know, there's fine increments that you can go on, a plus and minus on that state. So shading technology, yeah. Crystal lens technology, which I'm really interested in finding out about. Crystal lens technology, and how good is it? Is it real? Yeah, I mean, is it real when you look through there and you see stuff that is exactly like you're looking through a clear lens? Because that's what the technology is, light state 2. So when you're looking through, let's say this, I don't want to be making comparisons, but my other screen there that I was talking about, when you stop welding and you just, and it comes back, you know, you get your vision back on the screen, it's about 4. Now this comes down to 2, which means that you're almost, you know, you can see at the normal light, we'll call it, that you would see through, you know. So a panoramic view, well, I understand that, okay. The panoramic view is created by this screen that goes around all the way around the side, And because it's kind of binocular type, where you're, again, like similar to that little screen that I just showed you, your eyes are right up close, yeah? And that way you can see out the sides, which in a conventional screen, in this type of screen, guys, you have nothing. You concentrate on in front of you at your work. If something's coming at you, guys, real hard from the side, you haven't got a chance. You know, if something is swinging, you know, cranes, you know, there's always stuff that's happening on site or whatever. You know, something may break or fall, or it's coming at you, and you, well, you know, there's a safety feature there already. That's just a safety feature right there on its own. I'm not saying it was designed as, but look, when you can get your peripheral vision up as much as possible, I've said it before in a health and safety video, you know, it's the more you can see going on around you, the better. Yeah, especially after you learn to weld. Of course, this is good too, in the sense that, like, when you're new and you go welding and you drop a screen, okay, you drop your screen, it's frightening the first time. It's like you don't know, you know, all you can see out is that, you know, that little piece. And to be able to see around you more, and it's more natural, and to be able to see what's happening just there and there, you know. So that's panoramic view, and it is created because, like I say, I'll take it when I Fadetronic. So when you stop welding, I think this is related to oh, okay, so I can't remember there's another term for that, but Fadetronic is when you stop welding, and it doesn't just switch up to daylight. It's like twilight, I think it's what I was thinking. It gradually comes back to your normal view. And that is interesting in the sense that eye fatigue, you know, flashing from dark to bright, dark to bright. Each time that happens, your eyes have to dilate or, you know, go the other way. And that is eye tiredness. That comes in when you're welding. Your eyes are tired at night because you've been concentrating on beads and pools all day long. And Fadetronic is a nice way of coming back. It's a slower way of progressing back to the normal viewing situation. So I think that's really interesting. Grind mode is easy. It's the push of that little button there. Okay, I'll get it out. I'll show it. A rechargeable Li power pack. So that's the one we have. PANORAMAXX CLT. Crystal lens technology. I'm going to check this out. Okay, I just can't be. Optrel is a really good company. I'm saying that because I've read up about Optrel. Okay, and they're in there with the best of them. You know, Needleman, I don't know if Needleman is around anymore, but these have air packs as well. Field of view 6 times greater. I explained that, yeah? The field of view, right? We have Shadetronic, light state 2 to 3 depending on model, and rechargeable, and Fadetronic, coming back. Let's get this 2+1 extra year warranty. So we have a new screen, guys. Yeah. Oh yes, and guys, it has. So you get a spare screen. No, I don't put a screen down like that. Okay. Right. So let's just do this right as we go. So guys, that's how you put a screen down. Yeah. So this clear screen. It's a spare, yeah, and it has a bead all the way around it, so that's a seal. Okay, very nice, and just clips on. There's 2 lugs here and 2 flaps on the side, so very nice. And under here, I think there's some more goodies. Okay. So there's a cable and the booklet, and there's this piece here which goes on the nose of the screen in here if you want to put it on. Okay. Wow. Guys, this is just an unboxing, but also this is the Optrel ISOFIT. So this is a brand new system, yeah? I think this is only with Optrel, sorry. So when you twist, it screws in all around. It's got these two, like, I don't know if they're steel or some kind of a nylon rope, and goes all the way back here. And when you undo here, a tiny click and it's loose again, yeah? So this is a new system. I think these can be taken out to be washed as well, yeah? So it separates. What else have we got in there? Okay, I'm going to have to tidy up here, guys. We've got a bag, yeah? An Optrel bag. So, you know, if you're taking your screen, you're going to work, or you know, yeah, that'll protect your screen. We have the nose piece, yeah? We have the cable. We have a book. Yeah, very nice. Charge before use, okay? So it's important. Charge before use. So that means I won't be able to put everything back in the box. I won't be able to so what we have is, don't you love doing this? Yeah. But I will be able to look through it anyway, won't I? Okay. So it's the PANORAMAXX CLT crystal lens technology. And the crystal, and you see now what I'm saying, guys. Let's just do another one. Okay. Yeah. Like my other screens had an on and an off. So we have automatic. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm going to take you down, guys. I'm bringing you down off that shelf. Okay. So you can see through that screen at the moment. You can see stuff at the back of it. Like, we should be coming up to that blue now. Maybe if I put you inside here, maybe you can see out. Yeah. That's what it looks like, guys. Okay, guys, you can see there we have sensitivity, and then we have delay, and tack and twilight is the second button to the right. And then we have a third button, which is +2, +1, neutral in the middle, -1 and -2. Yeah? And then we have automatic and manual. And then we have the manual over on the right hand side, and that would be for your shade. I think it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 shades. And then you have a little reminder in there that's for grind. You see that inside? It says grind. So when you're grinding mode, I think it fires a beam out here, and it tells other people as well that you're in, and you also see the reflection on the front screen. Yeah. So now you can see, when you know how it is PANORAMAXX, you know, because you can see the nose piece there. Look, you get it, and your screen actually goes around, so your eyes are behind that, you know, the auto lens, I mean. So you can see pretty much around. So 6 times, which is 600%, isn't it? That's a piece of work, guys. That's a really nice screen. Yeah. Now I'm kind of comparing that with the same weight as Yeah, it's a lovely screen. Okay, so 6 times field of view, shade tronic, light state depending on model, rechargeable, fade tronic. Yeah, we already covered that side of the box. So we're at the CLT, which is in the middle, and you have the Quattro and the 2.5. Amperage range up to 280 amps, guys. So any of you that's going in at 300 and 350, right, you need to be on the PANORAMAXX Quattro. So there's your heavy duty screen, really. Yeah. Now I'm certainly not in that league anymore. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing 60 amps, guys. Yeah, 70. You know what I'm saying? It's body work, okay? So maybe I can get you. You can freeze frame it then. You know, if you're interested in maybe. So extended field of view, shade tronic, yes. Automatic shade level adjustment. And this, I don't know that word. Overhead welding and welding in extreme positions. Amperage range up to 280, shade levels 5 to 12, 4 to 12, 4 to 13. Yeah, you want to darken it down, the higher the amps. Light state 2.5, 2. I mean, that's really that. Now you won't have to lift that screen up. There's another, you know, once that screen is down, you can leave it down. It's as clear as day almost. Yeah, so yeah, and that's the reason. That's the reason I'm going for this one, guys. That's the ultimate reason why I'm going for this one. You know, because it is all true. When you spend a lifetime, yeah, welding, it's not easy on your joints, your neck, you know, your body. So that's the reason I'm saying, you know, yeah. So guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little video. It's a new shield, and I just wanted to bring you along on the journey and fill you in a little bit on, you know, what's brought us to this point, etc. And the history of a welder, I suppose, yeah. And the most important thing is your screen. Your eyesight is very important, yeah. So yeah, it's a wise investment, really. Okay, till the next one, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Ciao.